Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be replacing the fuel pump on a 2005 Honda Civic. You're going to find it located underneath the rear seat. To remove the rear seat, it's held on by two latches. There's going to be one around right here and one right here. Just grab it from underneath and pull up. Now once you have these latches undone, in here, you're going to have to spread the cushions apart. There's a 10mm bolt holding down the rest of the cushion to the body of the car. If you were to follow this stitching all the way in, that's where the bolt is. Get your socket on the 10. You can break the bolt loose. And now the rest of the seat will come off easily. And the bolt is right in here. Pull it off. This is what the bolt looks like. So if you follow the stitching right here where this hole is, that's where the 10 goes. Right in here. Right where the stitching is. You have a four Phillips screws holding on to the cover for the fuel pump. And now from here, it might be a little stuck. Just work your way around it to unstick it. And this is the connector for the fuel pump. So underneath, you're just gonna have to go in there and unplug it so you can take this out the rest of the way. There's going to be a clip on the back side here. Push that in order to release the connector. Now before we start removing the fuel lines, you want to make sure you have safety glasses on. Even though this is disconnected and there's no power to the pump, these lines may still have pressure on them. So as soon as you remove the line, fuel will spray and go all over this area. You also want to make sure you have some shop towels handy nearby. Stuff this area around with towels because when this sprays, you want the towel to grab all of the fuel so you can easily take it out and it doesn't stain this area. Now the clip for this fuel delivery line is going to be right here. You have one clip on this side. You have another clip on this side. You need to squeeze both of them together and then pull the line out. So I'm gonna squeeze and then I'm gonna cover the whole thing and pull out. Fuel's starting to spill out, so you just want to make sure you put your shop towels around this area to catch all that fuel. The other thing I forgot to mention, the gloves you use, make sure they're nitrile gloves. Do not use latex gloves. Nitrile gloves resist fuel better, so they protect your hands. This is a very, very harmful skin irritant, so you want to make sure you're protected. Latex gloves will deteriorate and go through. Nitrile gloves are your best bet whenever you're handling fuel like this. Now to loosen the clamp right here that holds the fuel pump, if you don't have the special tool to grab onto this and turn it, you can use a flathead screwdriver and just tap on these little edges right here till it loosens up and starts unscrewing. Okay, so now it's loose. I'm going to loosen up the delivery line again. Okay. So this fuel pump, the fuel keeps spilling out a good amount with the line off, but we need the line off in order to remove it. So what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the fuel pump, get it ready to be removed, and we'll take this off once we're ready to actually pull out the fuel pump. So on the back side over here, you're going to lever the fuel pump up slowly just to get it to move a little bit. That'll loosen it up and get it loose like that. Now we're going to disconnect the fuel line again. Get this out of the way. Now be careful when you handle the fuel pump coming up, because it will start to spill everywhere, and you want the fuel to spill back into the fuel tank. So on this side over here, closer to the passenger side, there's one connector to undo. We're gonna angle this out first. Get this seal out of the way. And just so you know, this fuel pump kind of extends this way. So the fuel pump sitting, it's got a little cylinder that goes in like this, and then it extends this way. So you're gonna have to like angle this out like that. Right here. Watch the routing for the wire here. It's just held on to some clips, not clips, but little inserts on the fuel pump itself. So from this position here, the reason why it's not coming out is because of the level sensor. So you need to angle this a little way to get it angled out to get the level sensor to pop on out like this. There you go. Now watch this angle that you're at, because this is pretty much the angle you're gonna need to be in to go back in. So you're gonna have to come in like this, get the little float, the level sensor for the fuel in first, angle it in, turn it, and then shove it down. That's how this works. Looking at this now, don't mind this connector. It'll be connected the whole time. You don't need to remove that. So this is the fuel pump we're gonna be using. Here's the part number. PN3099, and the fuel pump kit will come with a new gasket to slide in. You get a new sealing ring, and then you'll get the pump itself. Now on the fuel pump, there's a couple things you need to do. You'll see that you have the wiring already connected. This was for the level sensor, but the level sensor does need to be assembled. And there are some stickers that you need to remove, like these right here, these little labels. You cannot put this inside the fuel tank. They need to be removed. Be careful and be gentle with this level sensor. Don't handle it rough, because you don't want to bend the little arm. If you bend the little arm, you may not get an accurate fuel reading on your level sensor up in the dash. So you want to be gentle with this. On top of that, they're very fragile. Now this little float right here only goes in one way. So you're gonna slide it into this right here, this little slot, or these little notches right here are gonna slide into the slot right here. You're gonna push it all the way down. Make sure they both go in through here. You're gonna push it all the way down. Now, depending on the brand that you get, your fuel gauge setup might be different. Yours may come already assembled, or it may be locked in a different way. This one has a little slot. You push it all the way down. It needs to go all the way down. Otherwise, you have a risk of getting incorrect fuel readings. If this little float right here is just a little up and it's not all the way down, you're going to get incorrect fuel readings, even if it's just a little bit. So now from here, we're going to just slide this back in. The new sealing ring, I had to bring it in through here and come up to slide it into place over here. I couldn't go through the top. So now we're going to go back in. Remember, float first, bring it down, make sure that goes in, and now you're just going to guide these hoses in, make sure the wiring goes in. Okay, that's in there. Now once you have the fuel pump all the way in, just make sure to turn it again this way so that your line matches up with the fuel delivery line here. The locking ring needs to be transferred over from the old pump to the new pump. Just slide it in here and go over the little hump right here, and it'll lock itself in place right there. Now you can bring your locking ring in. Push down on the pump and give this a few turns. And you're just gonna tighten this down hand tight. You don't need to go too much. The reason why is because you want to align this first. You want to make sure that when this gets installed, this line isn't stressed. You want it to be in the same spot that it was in when you took it off. So this is a way to, before you tighten this down, you can adjust the fuel pump and turn it however you need so that when you're putting in this line, it doesn't feel stressed. It needs to be stress-free going in. So if this can go in pretty easy and they're not making this bend any more than it has to, then you're good there. From here, you can go ahead and lock it down. And now we'll tighten it down all the way by tapping on the little pins, by tapping on the locking ring. That's locked in. Now you remove the protective cap for the connector and reconnect the fuel pump here. So now from here, you can go ahead and do a test run. So turn on the car, and what you're going to be doing is you're looking for any fuel leaks around here. Okay, so now the car is running right now. We're looking at this area. You want to look at this fitting right here. You're checking for any leaks that may be coming out, and around the sealing ring over here too. Just make sure there's no fuel spilling out. Put your hand in here, under here, and just feel for anything that's wet or anything that smells like fuel coming through here. Let this run for a few minutes and then check again. Just monitor this for about 5 minutes. You want to make sure there's absolutely no fuel coming out of here. Position the cover for the fuel tank, for the fuel pump right here. And now we're going to put the screws in. We're just going to start them. I'm not going to tighten them down all the way, just to make sure this is positioned properly. And they don't need to be super tight, just like that's fine. Now let's bring in the cushion, and we'll reinstall the bolt for the cushion as well. reach down in, grab the buckles, slide them through the slots here and here. And now you're going to take your 10mm for the bolt and just put it on the bracket right there. And you're going to push down here, push down here. And you're going to have to, again, follow the stitching here so you know where the bolt is. Wiggle it around so you can feel it till it falls into the hole. And start it by hand. And you'll feel that it's actually catching threads. And you can tighten it down. Be careful when you pull it out that your socket doesn't get stuck in between the cushions, otherwise it's gonna fall. So you wanna come slowly and with your hands spread it open so it has an easy way to slide out. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you liked it, if you learned something, if I helped you save some money, consider subscribing to the channel. Click right here in the top left corner for more videos on the 2005 Honda Civic. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.